Welcome back, gamers. Today, we're doing a little bit of a different video. I've been sort of inspired by seeing some of the creators in the Rust community on Twitter lately, posting some of their amazing work, including some of these that you see here that are currently available in the store. I'm looking forward to adding some of these to my personal collection. But in the meantime, a really great way to interact with some of these creators is to actually check out the workshop. And you can see there are definitely some that are less appropriate than others, and I'll go ahead and blur some of them out if necessary. In any case, you can see some designs that are currently being worked on or currently up for voting. I may have to look up this designer on Twitter and Steam just to show some love, but I mean, this is such a good idea for a small box. A lot of creators, namely like the folks that I watch who do this a lot, Blazed and Spoon Kid, they tend to leave boxes like this in bushes with their, oil rig loot or what have you. And this I think is a great box for that, just because it does blend into the surroundings so well. Like if you kind of even position it in the foliage, you get some pretty neat camouflage effects. Go ahead and give it some love. All right, I have to say this is another phenomenal skin that's rolled out with the recent collections for the stone wall doors, wood wall doors, and the twig doors. I've got so many garage door skins that at this point it's kind of hard for me to be excited about a new one, but I do think this would look really, really good in a lot of situations. And I'm just going to go ahead and show it some love because these skins do pretty well in the store for sure, because of the effect that it gives for your base. But like I said, there are so many garage door skins out there that sometimes it's hard to be excited about any of them, but this one I think is still pretty dang good. Here is another good one. I really dig this skin. The bear rug is such a good thing to have in your base in terms of decor. I learned this from a Willjum video, but if you are standing underneath the head of the bear rug and possibly standing on the head of the bear rug in your base, you get 100% comfort, and that is an amazing way to comfort heal just passively. I try to put one of these bear rugs right over my workbench, so that way when I'm crafting, I've got a crafting queue up, I'll just be sitting there with 100% comfort, and you deplete your food and water much slower if you have 100% comfort. And if you have a certain amount of hunger and your thirst bar full, you will actually regenerate health when you have 100% comfort. So definitely a great asset to have. I love the look of this rug. There are so many in the skin workshop that are just like not quite what I'm looking for in my base, but this one I think looks great. This is an awesome rug. This is another really neat tool skin that is in the market right now, or rather in the workshop. So something that you might want to consider voting on. I think I really like this. The fact that it glows, I believe, let's see if it glows in the dark. Yeah, so the fact that it glows in the dark is maybe the only downside for a tool like this, because on wipe day, if you're, out farming in the nighttime, other players are going to see you with this for sure, but it does have just such a nice, like very unique look to it. And I just love that like kind of ancient artifact kind of appearance. It's very cool. This garage shipping container door is really cool. I kind of wish this panel in the middle was transparent, similar to the bombshell garage door. It does sort of look like the pattern might be a little bit mirrored maybe at the top, like on this canister, but that might just be the way that the design is laid out. I don't really know what the template looks like. In any case, this looks amazing. The details on this are so good. Like this is just a really great door. This is definitely another skin that I fell in love with when I saw it on Twitter. I kind of wish that all of the metalwork, like the entire upper for this, I just wish it was all this Damascus pattern. But nonetheless, I mean, it looks amazing. I'll pull up to this guy and you can kind of see how the dark wood looks, but like that just looks so good. That is just a really, really nice pump. I think this is a phenomenal skin. I'd love to see it. Okay, so I'm kind of a roleplay nerd, I won't lie to you, and this door is so cool. I have to say though, I kind of wish that there was a way to change this panel up on the top to match the aesthetic just a little bit more. Like this portion here could be stone. That would look so good. And I understand that that would kind of defeat how you would like identify this door as like a metal door. But with the rollout of the new stone doors and the wood doors, where it's that skin that just makes it look like the wall, I kind of feel like you could get away with changing some of the trim around the door and you know, part of where I think Face Punch is going with their philosophy with the cosmetics in this game is that they do change the game. Like they do have a very real effect on how people play. That's why they've kind of disabled the ability to turn off skins in the game now, because they do want there to be some effect to purchasing certain skins. There are skins with transparencies on them, skins that glow in the dark, which is definitely more of an advantage for your opponents than for you. But I think that with this kind of changing philosophy, or maybe not even changing, but with this like, you know, now very clear philosophy for cosmetics in the game, I feel like Face Punch could get away with having these frames on the door just kind of match the aesthetic of the door itself. Maybe that'll change in the future, but again, this is an absolutely phenomenal skin, though. Very, very ornate. You can see through the keyhole in this, which I think is a hilarious touch. Oh, that's awesome. That is so funny. Okay, that just elevated this design even higher, in my opinion. The fact that you can look through the keyhole is so funny. Okay, truly, that is a W. Great job, honestly. I love that. Oh, that is so nice. And like the way the wood tone kind of changes. Wow, that is, I wanna like this even more. So this designer has also done some really amazing skins lately. This skin I think actually gives you like a really solid advantage in terms of like PvP. And it's not as much as like some other skins do, but if you notice, there is actually some paint on the reticle, like in the sight. So it's a little bit pink in the right lighting there. It's much more visible when you actually like see the model from the front. I think the actual design of this is so pretty and so like mesmerizing. There's so much depth to this texture. It just looks very comfortable. I want to hold this in real life. Really sick. Good job, Cubist. I don't have a lot of hammer skins. I have two now, and I have been just absolutely desperate for a new hammer skin, and I just think this is so good. Like it looks so cool. I love it. Like I just want to like bonk things with it, you know? Yeah, that's just me. I'm a big fan of the cool rustic looking tools. So hell yeah, good designer, great work. I want more. This skin, I love. I think it looks like it would fit right in with the new shipping container metal wall skins. It looks so good. It looks like it is a very handmade skin. It looks like somebody put a lot of love into this. And I saw when the designer posted this on Twitter, I reached out to them and I said, yo, this is sick. Are you thinking of making variants for this skin that would indicate, you know, what's in it? And the designer said, I wanted to release it with the same kind of color options as the shipping container walls that Face Punch just launched. So that way people can decide for themselves how they want to categorize their base and what each color stands for. And I think that is such an awesome philosophy. I really, really hope that that's something that can happen for this box skin, and honestly for more skins in the future. I think the ability to sort of reskin a skin is like mind-boggling. I think that's awesome, and I really, really hope that that's something that catches on. Super cool designer. Follow them on Twitter. This is great. If I was looking at getting a skin from the marketplace, this one right here, I would 100% get. This is such a nice skin, like a Persian rug type aesthetic. I mean, maybe I'm getting it wrong. I mean, it says like Arab's rug here. I don't know if that's what this actual design is called, but in my opinion, this is a beautiful skin. Very well done. This would look so good with the Adobe. I mean, it is. It's phenomenal. All right. Confusion, hell yeah, keep it up. Okay, I can't even lie. It looks so good. Like, adjust the time of day, it doesn't glow, that's really nice. But look at how that texture just subtly changes with the shadows. I mean, this is just a piece of art. Like, this is beautiful. Wirecat, good stuff. Chris, I gotta say, I love this collection you've done with this glowing gold sun and like the depth to this texture. Like it looks so luxurious. I have to say, I think that this hat looks way better from top down than from like say the side. Even though it still is kind of flashy and cool, I sort of wish that there was like another texture maybe like right in here, like right where the top of the hat kind of starts to meld with these sunbeams. Like I kind of wish there was just a little something there. I don't know. All in all, this is such a cool skin, and there's an amazing series of these right now that you can see on Twitter as well. Such a good artist. This is like really great work. Good work, Chris. All right, I'm about to gripe just a little bit, okay? So I know that I might be speaking like a foreign language, but I used to play console Rust before I played PC Rust. And in console Rust, the table can fit over a large box. So you can put a large box under here. You put the table down first, and then you'd put the box down underneath it, and it would just sit so nicely like this. You've got such a great spot for a little bit of added comfort, some decor, and it actually gives like a point of even having one of these tables, which in my opinion, without that like compatibility in PC Rust, it kind of defeats the point of ever even having one of these in your base. And obviously you see them like littering the side of the road in most busy servers because people just throw them down. Like they don't even care. They don't even want to recycle them. They don't want them in their inventory wasting space. They don't stack. They don't recycle for anything really useful, and you can't really use them in any reasonable base without it just kind of occupying space needlessly. This is such a good design, and I love it. I just wish that the devs would bring back the ability to put a large wooden box underneath these tables. Please, Facepunch, like, look at this. Give me a reason to put this in my base, please, and I will. It's beautiful. BOONIE, this is amazing. Great work. Okay, and last but certainly not least is going to be this Roots bow by Regirex. Some people I think might argue that it is a little bit pay to win just because you can kind of see through it. It can take up a pretty good fraction of the screen when you're aiming it, so to be able to see through the bow a little bit is kind of an advantage, I guess you could say, but it is so good looking. Look at that detail. And for people who are kind of prim, and especially everybody early wipe, getting a cool bow skin can kind of give you a much needed morale boost on wipe day. I know I would get a ton of use out of a skin like this in my kind of prim playthroughs. So show some of these designers some support on Twitter so that way they keep this up and keep making good cosmetics for the game. I mean, if you love the game, it's clear that they do, and I think we can work together to make it an even better experience. So thanks for watching. I'm going to keep making videos like this if y'all like them, where I just kind of review skins in Rust, some that are in the workshop, some that have been released. If you like any of this content, you can follow me on Twitter, spilldrop_. You'll see that I'm interacting with these designers all the time, trying to encourage them to make more stuff and asking questions about their concepts and stuff. So interact with those, show some love to these designers. They work really hard. They make great stuff. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, and I'll catch you in the next one.